Here we go. We're starting videos again. Let's do this. This is my final load right here. Got a couple friends hauling some trailers. When we figure out a new place, we'll get the shop set up. We made it. We're here in Idaho, and I'm working in a new shop today. This is just a place that we're renting, but it is fantastic, and I think we're gonna be able to get a lot of work done here. The move went great, and we are here full time now. I think everything is out of Utah, except for Dig Dug, which is still down in Resurgence Automotive. We'll get it here soon. Let me show you the space really quick. The lighting's pretty good in here. There's lots of room to work, and hopefully the sound's okay and not too echoey. I'm still using the DJI mini mic. Everything from the entire shop is packed into this little space right here. Hopefully someday soon, we'll move it out into a new shop. I did pull out a few things though to bring over to this shop because I got some projects I want to work on right now. During the middle of the move, I was able to take off for one day and go over to Vegas and check out SEMA. I always love getting over to that show because I'm able to check out the new tools, new products, new vehicles, everything that's going to be coming out, and I get to see a lot of friends that I only get to see once a year. So SEMA was super fun, and it was a whirlwind trying to run around and see it all in a day, which is impossible, but I did my best. So after that, I came back and got into move mode, and now here we are in Idaho. Rob and Spencer helped me haul a couple of huge trailer loads up here, and now we're getting settled in, and I think we're ready to get to work. It's time to pick a project and start building something. Right here is the Jeep 4.6 liter engine that I started almost a year ago, which is kind of embarrassing. It's time to pull this out and get it put back together. So let me move all this junk. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. This engine is looking good, and I can't wait to get working on it again. So I kind of need to recap to remember where I'm at. I used the head off this engine a long time ago to fix the XJ that had a cracked head. I took the block over to Dave at Route 9, and he went through the whole thing and cleaned it up. The whole rotating assembly came from Scat, and that's what makes it a 4.6 liter stroker instead of a 4.0. Dave also decked the top of the block, so my compression ratio should be just a little over 10:1. You can see that the whole bottom end has been put back together and the oil pump's been installed. The new comp cam has already been installed, but it still needs the timing chain cover. The new head that I'm putting on is an aluminum head from Edelbrock, and I'm hoping that'll allow me to get away with my 10:1 compression ratio while running 91 octane pump gas. The factory tune on these engines was super lean, and I have a suspicion that's part of the reason why they were hard to cool. So I want to run this with a Holley Terminator system so I can tune it, but that's for another day. Right now, I just want to get the whole engine put back together and buttoned up. I think I've got everything I need out of the storage unit. I'm going to lay out all the parts, and then we can start putting this engine back together. On this engine, the timing chain cover needs to go on before the oil pan because the oil pan bolts to the bottom of it right here. So I'm going to start on the front, put my timing chain together, then we'll move to the bottom, then the top. This is the timing set right here that I picked up. It has a bunch of different keyways, but I'm going to install it straight up and use the 0 mark here. I'm going to start with the crankshaft pulley here. I want to press that on. And I don't have the tool to do this size. So I ran over to O'Reilly and they have their Lona tool program. So I borrowed this thing and it looks like it's brand new. That's what has to go on. That's my sprocket. This little kit is beautiful. So one of those ought to work on this engine. Half 20. I think it's a half 20. Yeah, I'm pushing. That ought to work. This ought to work. There's a little bearing in here that makes it go nice and smooth. I don't like pulling it on with a bolt. So that ought to help things out. I'm going to put piston 1 at top dead center. Oh, there we go. And it looks like these connecting rods are actually hitting the girdle that goes on the bottom of this engine, right here. And right here. And if I turn it far enough, they'll hit here, 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 and here. They added the girdle to strengthen these blocks, so I really want to use it, but I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to clearance apart. Maybe I can space it down a little bit. I'm just going to ignore this for a minute and keep moving forward with my timing chain. I went to install my sprocket here, and I've already run into problem number 2. I don't have the little Woodruff key that goes in here, and I can't find it anywhere.
Angela to the rescue. I'm going to run to O'Reilly. I'll be back in a flash.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hopefully one will fit. I'm going to try and keep making progress while Angela gets the parts. And my next step is to install the seal in the timing cover. I've got one right here, but I don't have any of my tools or steel, so I need to find something round, just the right size to hammer this in. I'll be back. I found this. It's a part off the Badlands winch. This is like the extender piece, and it's just the right size to fit on that seal. A little bit of this will help. All right, I think we're good. Finally, a little bit of progress. I've got a gasket here for the timing cover, and I'm always debating, should I use this or just glue it on with RTV? Today I'm going with the gasket. Let me know in the comments how you do these. Do you always use paper gaskets? Do you like the RTV? Do you use both? Everybody's got their own technique. I'm just going to use the tiniest little bit of RTV to hold this in place. I use a little bit more on the corners when I get the pan put on. Angela is already back.
I got the Woodruff keys.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Hopefully one of these works.
I hope so.
Maybe this guy. Ooh, that's a tight fit. That's good though. That's good. That's what we need. Maybe I can tap that in. That key went in there perfect. Let's see if this will go on now. I found another little chunk of steel to help push this on. I think that's just the right size. Oh yeah, the gap's closing. Oh, that's looking good. Okay, I'll turn the crankshaft and make sure it's not buttoned up against the block, but I think it's perfect. Looks like it's moving nice and good. I'm going to stop right here for a minute because I just got a new shipment of stuff that I want to set up so I can use this new workspace.
This is my old office chair, and this is the new C7 Max by FlexiSpot. It is awesome. Headrest, lumbar support is killer, memory foam in the seat, and adjustable armrests. I don't know how long Tom's going to have this. I'm going to steal it.
What we just set up right here is the FlexiSpot E7 Pro Premium Standing Desk. This thing is pretty tall right now. I'm 6'2", and it can go up another 6 inches from here. So it has great range. It also has a 440-pound static load capacity. I could probably install a transmission with this thing, but I won't. I've got the table all the way up to full height, and you can see it's still very stable. This new setup is going to be fantastic. I'm going to be more productive than ever. You can check out all the different chairs and desks that they make at flexispot.com. They have tons of different colors and sizes and options. Be sure to use code TOMTOM at checkout for $30 off your order. Thank you, FlexiSpot, for sponsoring today's video and making videos like this possible. I'm ready to put on the upper sprocket now. You have to rotate that a little bit this way. There's a little dot here and a dot here you got to line up. Something like that. Oh, whoops. I think I need that at top dead center. Okay, the dots are lining up. I just got to get this cam to line up a little more right in there. I'm going to put some of this on it too. All right, let's see how that lines up. I got the timing chain on here, but I've run into my next problem. The only socket I have that fits this is a 3/8 inch drive, and my torque wrench is a 1/2 inch drive. So I've got to go all the way over to the storage unit to get an adapter or the right socket. Then we can tighten this up and put the cover on. I'm just making a trip into town really quick to grab a couple of tools. And it seems like this is typical for a move. Everything's lost for about a year. You end up buying things you already have and just can't find. But we'll get organized eventually here. Right here, this is what I needed. After all that, I can finally put this together. I'm just gonna put a little Loctite on here, then I can torque it down and get the cover on. There it is, finally all lined up. I'm gonna put a little bit of this on the chain, and then it's ready to go together. So this is my cover, and there's a little slot in here for this rubber piece that the chain will rub on. So we'll tuck that in there, and now we can bolt it down. Before I tighten up all these bolts, I've got a new harmonic dampener here, and I'm gonna put that in so it'll kind of center up right here on this seal. I'll use a little bit more of this. That went together good. This is centering up, and now I can tighten down all the bolts on the timing cover. All right, everything is looking really good here. There's a little tiny timing mark on the harmonic dampener that lines up with this pointer that says we're at top dead center. And let me show you, up here, it looks like we're at top dead center. So everything's good. And right in here, eventually, I'm gonna build a crank trigger that'll hold a little sensor in here. And just like is inside an LS engine, there'll be a wheel here that has 58 teeth on it, and then 2 teeth are missing. In fact, I already designed it. Let me show you right now, because I'm excited about this part. Let me grab my sensor. All right, this is like a generic sensor. It doesn't come for any specific engine, and it's gonna bolt right in here. There's a little bracket that'll hold it right here. And I already designed the reluctor wheel, and I had these cut out by Send Cut Send. So in the future, when I get that package and I'm like, hey, look, I'm excited to open this, it already came and I already got it, and it's awesome. Okay, so it's gonna bolt right in here, and the sensor will be right here, and this tooth will line up with top dead center on the piston number 1. So sensor here, wheel here, it's gonna be beautiful. These components I could make available through Send Cut Send if other people are building one of these and want to use a Holley terminator and a 58 tooth reluctor. I could make that available to anybody who needs it. But this is looking good. It's all together. I'm going to roll it over and check out the bottom and see what we need to do with the oil pan and that girdle To be able to turn the engine over, I had to loosen up the girdle because these were bonking, because it's a stroker, so the stroke's longer, and they're aftermarket connecting rods. These are the scat rods. So they're a little bit taller and thicker, and they're bonking this, which is bad. So I think my solution is gonna be to put like 1 or 2 washers under each bolt here, each of these studs, and that'll lift it up a little bit, and I should have enough clearance. These are like stover washers or lock washers, so the head of the washer might not lock anymore, so maybe I'll just use some blue Loctite. They're bathed in engine oil, which is like 200 degrees. That shouldn't burn off the Loctite. I think that'll be a good solution and allow me to keep the girdle and add some strength. But right now I want to put the oil pan on here. So first I need to clean it up. I just wrapped it up during the move, and I think it's still grimy. So I'll clean up the oil pan. We'll get it set on for now, and that'll keep dust out of here. And then when I get some washers, I'll space up this girdle. Angela has agreed to help me clean these grimy parts here. I've got the oil pan and the valve cover. What's your plan?
I didn't know they were grimy.
Oh, never mind. Angela's gonna help me clean these somewhat already clean parts.
Okay, let's put these in the sink and scrub them down.
Okay, all right, help me unwrap. Oh, never mind, it's like completely grimy. Okay, that's one. Let's get the valve cover. To the sink. This garage is so nice. It's got a sink, it's got hot water, it's got a heater in here. It's like 60 degrees in here. It's been nice. Do you want me to just plug this and fill it up?
Yeah, hot water.
Okay. All right, these are looking so much better. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna put on the oil pan right now. I'm not actually gonna use the seal because I need to get back in here anyways, but it'll at least keep the dirt out while I'm building the engine. The gasket came with these little pegs, and I'm gonna install them in the corners here. They're really for when you're installing the pan from the bottom. You can use these to like hold it up in place. But we're going to use it to hold it in place until I get this girdle figured out. Almost. There we go. Okay, now I can turn it back over, and that side will be protected. I've got to put the lifters in before I put on the head, and I'm going to lube up the camshaft and the lifters really good with this Comp Cam's lube that came with the cam. They're pretty particular about that. Got a little brush here so I can dab it down in the holes. This is probably the same stuff as that assembly lube, but Comp Cams really want you to use this. These are the lifters, and I'm going to put some of that red stuff on the bottom of each one of these before I put them in. Lifters are in. Now we're ready to put the head on. This is a metal laminated gasket. You can see there's 3 or 4 layers of metal there, and then it's embossed to make it seal around each of the cylinders. Dave did a beautiful job decking this block, and this is the last time we'll get to see it. Okay, we're ready for the head. This is the Edelbrock head. Hopefully it handled the shipping good. I wrapped this one really, really tight because I am excited to get this on the engine. Okay, this head is looking beautiful and it is ready to go on. Okay, this is the fun part I have been trying to get to all day, and that's putting the head on. I've been waiting like a year for this. And this thing is beautiful. All right, there it is. Time to go grab the bolts. This head comes with its own head bolts that are special. I don't know if they're a different length. I do know they come with these washers and you've got to put them on the right way. They have a little chamfer in them. So we'll get these all on. And then there's one head bolt that needs some sealing because it goes into a water passage. But the rest of them are blind tapped and you can just drop them in there, and then I'll torque them in 3 steps to the final torque value, which I don't remember, but I will look up. Let's see, I think they just have long and short. Okay, and this one right here, I can see my finger in the water passage there. So that's the one that needs to get some thread sealant on it. The short ones all go on this side and the long ones all go on this side. And I'm just setting them in there right now because I found the instructions and they say that you should torque these with 30 weight oil on the threads. And I don't even have any right now and I'm tired of running back out. So I think I'm done for tonight working on this engine. But it's good to have the head on. And we'll just get the valve train put in another day and button up the bottom end. And then I've got to do the electrical stuff and figure out how this is gonna work with the Holley terminator. But that's all gonna happen another day. Right now, I'm just gonna sit down for a few minutes with Angela and we'll try to answer a few questions that have been coming in. Oh, that is beautiful. Well, we are thrilled to be back in Idaho. How do you think the move went?
It was exhausting, but it is great to be back.
It was.
A lot of work.
We had a ton of help, so thank you for all the people that helped us out. That was awesome. But we do have everything here now except Dig Dug. We're going to be going down in a couple days to Resurgence Automotive, and we'll get Dig Dug. But we've been here for about a month. We're settling in. This house is just a rental, but it's been pretty awesome. And we're so glad to have this killer garage that we can make videos in.
Yeah, it's been great.
What's the funnest thing that you've done since you've been back?
Reconnecting with friends and family, for sure. Old friends and family.
Yeah, for sure. We've been able to go see tons of friends that we haven't seen for a while, so that has been super fun. And we've done really cool stuff with our kids.
We had an early Christmas with our kids because some of them were going out of town. It was really fun. So where's this engine going?
Good question. I've thought about putting in a lot of different things like the 79 Cherokee, but I think I want to put it in the red WJ. I want to build that Jeep up and just make it a really fun off-roader, and we can take it camping and do all kinds of stuff with it.
That'd be super fun.
Next question. Are we going to keep making videos?
I'll take that. Yes, but we're going to slow down the pace and do 1 or 2 a month instead of 1 a week.
Yeah, that's going to work better for us.
What are our TOMTOM shop plans for 2026?
We have some cool stuff coming up. We've got a couple of fun builds. This WJ will be one of them. Also, we've got a couple of cool events. We're making plans for an event in Oregon that we want to do in the summer, so we'll announce that a little bit later. And coming up, we've got the Salt Lake Off-Road Expo. So I'm excited for that. That's always fun. After that, I don't know. We'll just have to line out a few more things. The Vernal Rock Rally looks really cool. I don't know what else. How is Bridger doing?
Bridger is doing fantastic. He's been out 7 months and 3 weeks, and we miss him like crazy. Do we have any angle grinder stands in stock?
No, we just sold the last one. We will probably do another batch in January. So send me an email if you want to be on a waiting list and you can purchase first.
Merry Christmas from the Maddock family. Thanks for supporting our channel and thanks for watching.
I wonder if we're holding this too close. Blah, blah. How many spins do you think you can get before it stops? Okay, that's probably enough.